So ship customization. What's the alpha? Dom, AI crew ship customization.
Man,
Special
there's so much stuff to talk about
So-
when it comes to ship customization. When we were thinking of an agenda, we were like, man, we got to take some stuff out because there was just too much stuff to talk about. I'm sure we won't get to everything. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see. But there's a lot to talk about with ship customization because that's like your ship customization and character customization are almost like as important as each other.
Yeah,
in Star
I'm
Atlas.
waiting for the module drop, like my special OP mod gun I put on my X4, and then I just set Titans all day.
Yeah, dude. See, there's so much, right? There's so much. I'm actually really excited to get into it today. We'll see. We'll see what people think.
So, you promised me my mod gun now? Thanks for the confirmation.
What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, the special mod OP gun, you know? Like, you need moderators in game.
Oh, the OP mod gun where you could just one-shot everyone? They're like, oh, you're acting up. Boom.
I want that module, like, as an NFT put on my X4.
No way. That'd be funny.
Or just a freeze gun or something, you know? You freeze the people. Funcracker's here as well. Hey, Funcracker, how's your game going? When we see the card game? When release?
Alpha. Hold on.
Yeah, when?
When.
Yeah, when is the alpha?
Funcracker, you're real silent right now. What's going on, man?
And I want to have details like the meetup with Santi. What happened?
Oh yeah. We're gonna. Don't worry. As always, we're gonna get into the noteworthy news that you guys should.
No. I mean, Funcracker met up with Santi, right? Santi was in Utrecht, from what I read.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Good day, friends.
Funcracker, how you doing,
I'm
brother?
sorry, I was on mobile and my push to talk did not work, so I quickly switched to my laptop.
Excuses.
Win card game, Funcracker.
Yeah. That is funny that more people have been asking. So, for the six, man, for the six.
No way. That's our job, man. You can't be saying that.
Nah, I love to say more, but as I think I talked to Santi over the weekend as well about this. It's we just don't want to give too much pressure to our core developer by actually mentioning dates. We've all seen what that does to Star Atlas. So now I hope to have somewhat more positive news relatively soon, but for now you just have to wait a little bit longer, unfortunately.
The shoe is on the other foot now, huh? Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
And by the way, with Santi, we had a great time here in the Netherlands, for sure.
Man, I'm so jealous.
Hey, it's my man Santi.
Man, I had Netherlands. What a beautiful country, man. I'm already looking into visa options to the Netherlands.
Yeah. Let's make it so.
Yeah, man. For sure. It's crazy good. Very nice people. They're all like fun crackers. That tells you a lot about how good the country is.
Nice. I like that.
Yep. Where's Jose? Is Jose alive?
Let's hope so.
I think we kept him in the lore dungeon for too long.
He forgot how to brew.
Oh man. Okay. I don't know if anyone saw my tweet, but I read Jose's latest piece of lore. I'm not trying to be a teaser or anything, but it was actually one of the best lore pieces I've read from him so far. So look forward to that, guys. Hate to be a tease on that, but it actually was really, really good.
Oh man.
Next week?
I don't know.
Hey, it's Jose.
Jose.
I arrived in good time.
All right, let's get started.
Fashionably late.
Welcome, Jose. It's nice
Thank
to have
you,
you
guys.
on the brew. It wouldn't be the same without you, Jose.
No,
Morning, Venom.
Morning, guys. I closed my eyes for like 10 minutes before the brew just to relax and I
Oof.
dozed it off. But now I'm here. Don't worry.
Oof, oof. Yeah, Jose, you better get a brew going.
Yeah, I need coffee.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Don't worry, we'll have
For
the energy
sure.
for you. We got this.
We got this.
Okay, I think we can get started. So, welcome, guys, to brew number 55. Today we're going to talk about game structure, more specifically about ship customization. I'm here, as always, with the two goats, Dominic Bain. How are you, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a good topic today. I'm not gonna say the word you guys are thinking of. I can't be too predictable here, you know. But we have a really good topic today: ship customization. There is so much stuff that we could talk about with ship customization. Actually, we were talking about the agenda earlier, and we were like, "Man, we got to cut some of this out because this is gonna be like a 6-hour brew if we keep everything in." So we have a really good topic today. Ship customization is a big deal in Star Atlas. I mean, that's what makes your ship your ship. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into the topic today. We'll see what ideas everybody has. As always, Santi says that I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, providing it to the team. Give us your thoughts, everybody.
This is going to be a topic where we will need input from you guys, and we will be communicating the input to the game design team. Because on ship customization, like as Don was saying, there's a lot. There's a lot, and there are a lot of different features and things that can be added or changed. So this is definitely one of those topics where the conversation is going to be very interesting and where we need your input. That said, Jose, how are you doing, my friend?
Hey, Santi, doing well, friend. Excited as well for today's topic. In my mind, this is one of the cornerstones of Star Atlas gameplay, right? Everyone dreams about riding their ships through the galaxy, and having the right modules, the right ship, the right configurations is paramount for your success in the game. So I'm super excited to go exploring with you guys how to assemble the perfect ship, all the different ways we can customize them. So yeah, really looking forward for today.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's get started with some noteworthy news. I mean, there was a lot happening between last Wednesday and today. First, I think we had some really, really good Unreal Engine 5 leaks or videos that we posted on Twitter. Dom, if you want to share the link.
Oh yeah, I posted it.
Oh,
Man, this is the first time we saw a couple things here, ladies and gentlemen. First time we saw the Maurice character, and first time we saw the ground vehicle. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I'm sure most of you have already seen it, but it's a really, really good video. There's a lot of cool stuff in here.
Yeah, there's just a lot, and it also performed pretty well, right? 106,000 views I see in the publication, and then 25,000 views on the video itself. So
We're
I
getting
guess people are
famous.
liking it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, actually, you posted this in Foundation Room as well, but we posted this on the Solana subreddit, and it's their most upvoted post in the last month. So yeah, people really like this video. It's great, awesome.
Yeah, I have it here, the link. So go give it some upvotes, so we can become the most upvoted post of the year. We already completely crushed the month mark, um, but we're going for the most upvoted of the year, of course, of course. So I just posted it in the Atlas Brew chat. Guys, remember that for typing we use the Atlas Brew chat. If you want to follow the conversation, we're always reading that channel. So yeah, going up both. Um, what else do we have? So there was a Sage video and
Oh
thread.
man.
That was. I think you can use the word on for that one.
Yeah, this one
Okay.
deserves.
You guys are only getting it one time. It was spicy. Absolutely, this thread was spicy. People have been asking for anything Sage related for a couple months now, and it was just reaching a point where like, win Sage, where Sage, and I was like, guys, it's coming. So we had to drop this video. People liked it. It was great. If you haven't seen the Sage video, it is also in the Sneak Peeks channel in the Discord, but you can go to the Twitter too. Whatever works best for you guys. It's a really good video though. Lots of cool stuff there as well.
Yep. There's I love how in detail the planets are being customized. I mean, you can change a lot of things from that panel, but that is not going to be available for players yet, at least.
Man, I know it's not. I know it's not, Santi, but how
Yeah.
cool would it be to like mint, like have like a, I don't know, like there's so many things you could do. You could like mint your own like planet idea or something like that. I mean, like I said,
I'm
this is
curious,
definitely,
like,
I definitely don't think this is on the radar or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I do think it would be really cool to like mint and customize your own planet.
would you guys like to mint your own planet? Like, tell me in the chat. I'm curious about that. Like, just customize it, everything, and then mint it. I'm curious about that.
I'll add two things here. First one is that we are hoping to make the planet's atmosphere linked with the lore, resources, and things that we have prepared for them inside the game. So there is a reason why your planet might have certain colors, atmosphere, and things like that. And the second thing is that you can terraform planets, right? We have this in game, it's going to be a thing in the future of Star Atlas. So this is also linked with gameplay loops in the future. So yeah.
Well, that's
Is-
actually very
is it-
important. It's not that you just throw a random customization on planets and generate them, but there's also an explanation for why a planet it is like it is.
Yeah, exactly. For example, the sun in the star systems, they won't be always the same sun. And this might have impacts on the planets that lives in that star system and create different atmospheres and things like that.
Hmm.
So I think this is actually major alpha, but yeah,
Yeah.
we are
for
working
sure.
on that.
That's great. That's great because I mean that's the immersion, It's not like just a simple mini game on browser, but it's like on-chain immersive gameplay experience. I'm getting excited. Let's continue. Let's continue. So then another thing we wanted to share is that we have a meetup happening this Saturday in Paris, France, at 7 p.m. Paris time. Dom, do you have the Luma link close to you, sir?
I just posted the tweet and the Loom
It's the
links in there
same.
though.
Yeah. So if you're in Paris or around Paris and you want to join the meetup, please go and register on the link that you can find in that tweet that Dom just linked in the Atlas Brew channel. I will be there. Darwin will be there. I think Gary also will be there. So if you want to just meet us, meet some community members, it's Paris this Saturday at 7 p.m., guys. And you will get the location once you're kind of like approved to the event. We just have limited space, so we want to make sure that everything goes well. That's why there's an application needed.
And
But
Gary
yeah,
from last week's gonna be there, right?
yeah. Gary, our Bakel art director, I'm pretty sure he's going to be there. I need his final confirmation, but last time was a yes from him. So yeah.
Man, this is awesome.
Man, we love Gary. We love Gary.
Oui, I would say.
I will.
Now that I'm
Wee
French.
wee.
Oh my god, no way, Sid.
Oh my god.
That's why people in France are not treating you well on cafes and
No,
stuff.
they're treating me
No.
well. They're treating me well. They just don't like to speak in English. They don't like it at all. But yeah, they're treating me well. They're treating me well. Very good food. I just got some blue cheese. Yeah, man. Can't complain. Can't complain.
Awesome. I'll be there in spirit as well. I prepared the little something for you guys while you guys are there. Santi will make sure you guys receive my love there. So looking forward to this meetup.
Yeah, let's say that the people in the middle will have some alpha on drinks in Star Atlas. Can we call it like that? Just I'm not going to get into more detail.
Man, you are spilling the alpha here, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
yeah, I know. Well,
Santi's
just go
going
there and find out.
rogue. He's
Just
going
go
Yeah.
there and
rogue.
find out. Yeah. Just go there and find out.
What's next?
What's next? So there's something coming, which is an econ report, the quarterly report that's coming on March 31st. It's the first one of the year, and we saw a tweet today, I think, or yesterday from our data bro, that he has been working hard on it. And I also saw the reply from Eric, director of economy at Star Atlas. He said, "I have no doubt that you will find this work fascinating. It is next level and foundational to Web3 economic studies. We're going for it on this one." So look at that. We will need to get Eric on the marketing team. You know, he knows how to.
Yeah, I'm sold, man.
Yeah,
I'm sold.
Yeah, he's
sold.
selling his vision.
Yeah, no, I'm totally sold. So yeah, this is coming end of month, guys. Should be very interesting. What else? Oh, we had the Atlas Star number 16 dropped last week. Jose,
We did.
tell me the main highlights, Jose.
Yeah, the Atlas Star was also on the economic fields. We discussed how the raw resources enters in the Star Atlas economy, how it impacts the game overall economic ecosystem. We discussed some concepts like resources hardness, resources richness. So it was a very good introduction for what you guys are going to experience in Sage later this year, and show the overall economic thinking of our metaverse. And I feel that in the next editions we'll be talking more about this topic because it's one of the most important topics for the success of our game overall uh, design. And we also spoke a little bit about core, but we'll talk about this in a minute. And we introduced a minor group in the Staratos lore called the Heralds of Vignus. And they are a group of fortune tellers that wander around Gallia Expanse. And yeah, they have some cool stories around them. Make sure that you read the Atlas Star number 16 because those minor factions and groups that we introduce in the Atlas Star, will surely try to make them inside the game. And if you know about them, perhaps you can have some advantage when Star Atlas begins. This kind of gameplay loops.
You better do your research, right? Read the Atlas Star.
Yeah. Keep grinding, guys.
Yeah. And then another noteworthy news is that Core Episode 5 sale ends today. And I think it's only 45 minutes till it ends. Correct, guys?
I think it might be
Yeah.
1 hour 45.
1 hour and 45?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 hour and 45 minutes, guys, until it ends. So make sure to go and purchase if you're interested in having the cover, because once that's gone, boom, you will only be able to purchase from a secondary market. So kind of like a huge deal. Okay, guys, I think we covered all the noteworthy news. Did I miss anything, community or just Dom?
Nah, we
No, I
hit
think you're good.
everything. That was a lot of stuff.
That was a lot of stuff. We always try to keep the news at 15 minutes. We are 1 minute over, but I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. So now it's a good moment, I think, to hop to the main topic, which is ship customization. And there's just a lot to talk about on this topic. But we thought that it would be interesting to start speaking a little bit about the modules. So, as you know, all the ships have modules, and how you use them is going to really affect your gameplay style with that ship. So one thing we wanted to discuss is how will module swapping affect in-game? So I know, Jose, you have some ideas. Dom, you also have some ideas. But Jose, I consider you a ship expert. I consider you a Star Atlas expert. how will let's theorycraft again. We're going to theorycraft, guys. Don't take this to the grave. Don't take this for granted. We're just theorycrafting. But the module swapping with in the startless ships. How do you think that will affect the gameplay? So, what things can you change on a ship?
Yeah, Santi. Modules are a huge thing in terms of gameplay mechanics and overall performance in the Star Atlas metaverse. If you open up any ship on our marketplace, you see that the ships have they have their classes, their category, and this is further divided into components, which is something that you can't take away from your ship. This is the core of the ship that you acquire. This is uh, what defines what your ship is. And then we have the modules. And the modules, they are sort of accessories that booster your ship performance in one of the different parts of the Star Atlas gameplay loops. By selecting the modules, you can change the very, let's say, the very way that the ship works, right? Because, for example, let's take for the Bosom Maiden Heart, which is a stealth ship. She is focused. She has fighter specs, and she's overall a machine of war, right? And
Uh
she
huh.
has three different modules. She has a brig, she has a extra fuel module, and she has a drone port. What would happen if you took away those three different modules and added cargo slots? So maybe you could get your Bosom Maiden Heart with all its stealth, in nature inborn capabilities, and make it into a very good fighter who works under the stealth protection. Or even you could take away the field, the brig, and the drone, and focus on acquiring or going all in drone ports. So your bosom maiden heart is like carrying with her a swarm of different ships. You know what I'm saying? I
I
think
know
this
what you're
will
saying, Jose.
Yeah, I think this adds a lot of flexibility on ship design and strategies.
So Jose,
So
really quick question. So what you're saying is components are things that you are not going to be interchangeable because that is
yes,
fundamentally a part of the ship. But
exactly.
modules will be interchangeable and you can kind of go with whatever path you kind of want to go in the game with those modules, right?
Exactly,
Oh,
exactly. The modules will be the mechanism that allows you to go wild with different gameplay styles, different gameplay loops, and even trying to maximize the performance of your crew members. But yeah, we can go deeper into that later
Uh,
on.
So,
But
what you will be able to find, for example, is that maybe a ship that is actually configured for like fighting, a fighter ship. Maybe it's really good at cargo because of the stealth or something like that.
yeah, you can enable a ship that wasn't designed to carry cargo to actually become good at it. Of course, there is always a trade-off. So maybe the ship won't have as much fuel, or it will lack on defense and other parameters inside the game. But you can organize it to perform really well with the way that you want it to. Or you can even double down on the ship specialization by going, let's say, full attack. So yeah, you can try to make it a glass cannon, very strong, and yeah, there is endless possibilities, and the the cornerstone of this ship system for me will be the modules, and that's why it's so important to pay attention to the modules of your ship and how do you want to configure them or to play with them inside
There's
Startup.
also another thing that we'll need to take into account, which was a little bit of piece of alpha dropped by Chip in Foundation Room, which is the energy level.
Yeah, this is also a very important variable inside the Star Atlas universe as well. the current vision for ships is that every ship will have the capability of generating a certain amount of power. If you check the components, you see that most of the ships, the first component is the power supply. This is what's going to uh, make every single module and uh, pretty much everything in your ship to function. And inside the game, you'll be able to drive energy to the different parts of your ship. Like if you want to warp, you need to allocate energy to the warping systems of the ship, and this will impact your shield defense, for example. And the
Yeah.
different modules that you have may also impact the general output of your ship. So it could end up that your ship requires more energy than you can generate, which might cause him to malfunction or things like that. So yeah, you need to watch out for this kind of thing when creating your dream ship. You can't put everything on using energy without being able to generate enough energy, you know.
Yeah, keep it steady, right?
Keep it steady. Keep it steady for sure.
I wanted to see if there's like any comments, questions, or anything from community. Again, guys, this is always open mic. If you want to say anything, sometimes the community even knows more than we do because they found a piece of hidden alpha in a comment from Danny in Foundation Room from 6 months ago. So I don't know if anyone has anything to add before we move.
Well, perhaps I mean, I think most of this was known for a while already, but I think a question that might pop up either now or later is how does this pertain to multi-role ships? Are they better at swapping modules? Do they not need to swap modules? Or, well, they probably do, but is there anything you can tell us about that, Jose?
Man, that's Frank Cracker for you. The In my opinion, the ships that are most inclined to this specific gameplay loop are the multi-class ships. And we are just talking about the Maiden Heart, but if you guys open the Calico Guardian, you see that this multi-spec ship, his standard modules, they are divided in a way that it allows him to perform lots of different activities. Like he comes with lots of different modules that allows him to perform any kind or most of the activities that a ship might need to perform in the Staratas method. But then, what happens when you try to focus on something specific? I think this kind of ships are going to be the ones that profit the most from this mechanic of ship modules. I think they will be designed to work better with different modules, and they will be able to pivot on to become very specialized as well in pretty much like a focused class ship. So maybe you can work your Calico Guardian to become a straight fighter by changing his modules. In the next day, he can become a good fighter, and the third day, he can become a very good data scanner. So yeah, I think this class of ships will be the ones that will be most focused on the ship module meta, if we can say it like that, and they will be able to allow your imagination to go crazy. I think players will have lots of fun dealing with them, especially because they are already focused on being able to perform different tasks. So even maybe in the energy output part of this configuration, they'll have some sort of advantage. But this is only my theory crafting, guys. Don't go buying multi-class ships because of this. Okay?
Theory crafting, guys. Theory crafting.
Go buy
I have a lot of
multi-class.
questions as well. Huh?
Yeah, I have questions too.
Thanks, Jose.
Awesome. Let's go, DB.
Oh, or somebody. Okay, about the manufacturers. So if are Calico modules different from like Opal modules? Are they interchangeable? Like, do they have special differences or something like that?
What I know so far about this subject is that, for example, a medium class module will have the same size and the overall same qualities between, like, let's say, same stats between different manufacturers. Like, they are all designed to have, I don't know, imagine a bedroom, something like this, a hangar. The medium hangar will have 100 meters. Just shooting random numbers, okay? No, don't take this to the heart.
Yeah, and they have rarity as well, right? Something
Yeah,
like
that's
epic, and something like
yeah.
that.
I think this wasn't confirmed by anyone, but this is my theory crafting from everything that I heard so far. Is that
Alpha!
different? No, it's not alpha. Don't take this to the heart, guys. But I feel it's a feeling on my penguin bones that modules will have different tiers, different specs, and perhaps players will be able to create their own modules at some point in the game.
Yeah, because I was thinking, for example, a theater module, like if it's from Pierce, for example, a Pierce theater module would look different than an Okrika module, like an
Yeah,
Okrika
yeah,
theater should look something like that. And also, if we on the ships, maybe skip a little bit forward, like interior, is there like, can we change the interior in the ship somehow? That would be cool, because I was asking the AI, you saw the questions of the AIs before the brew. Like,
yeah.
that would be cool feature as well. Like, if I can customize my living room or something like that, is that planned or somehow or
We
something?
uh, we are going to go directly into that, right, Sensi? I guess it's one of our
Yeah.
That's in the
topics
agenda.
today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's on
It's
the
on the
agenda.
agenda.
So I will ask you to wait just a little bit longer, friend, because I think someone else had a question about this specific topic.
Yeah. I saw some questions
Thank you.
from Mustachioid. He was asking, one sec. Will ship hulls have built-in non-swappable modules for different models? That was his question.
I guess components will always be uh, the essence of the ship, right? So they won't be swappable. Let's say it like that, the modules. But for your question, I think that there will be some modules that are particular to um, a manufacturer, something that might be tied with the species or the culture of the manufacturer that has developed that ship. I would love to see that. This will give more originality to each one of the ships, and I'll certainly advocate for that. I think this is the current vision for the game design team as well, but yeah, I can't confirm this at this point, but I think this is probably what's going to happen.
Cool. Cool. So we can move to what ODBB was mentioning, I think.
Sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Groove was asking. He said he was a bit disappointed that you wouldn't be able to swap components. And basically, Funcracker said you cannot swap an engine with guns, which is it's a great way to answer that. But you can upgrade your engine,
Yes.
or your
Yes.
guns, but you just can't upgrade your engine to a gun because then your ship wouldn't work. That's kind of like what we were going for there. So thank you, Funcracker, for hopping in there.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say it out loud in case anyone else had that same exact question.
So you can upgrade components, and you can swap modules. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Thank you, guys.
Of course, man. Thanks for the question.
Awesome. So we wanted to hop a little bit on the conversation on the ship customization for interiors, which is something that we were chatting about it with Gary last week. And it's going to be, in my opinion, a huge deal, like how you customize the interior of your ship, especially when VR is enabled, because that's going to be your vibe. It needs to fit your vibe. You need to build your own interior, and if they're all the same, it just takes a little bit away from it, right? We still don't know. We don't have full confirmation if interiors are going to be fully customizable. at least not yet. But we had a few questions for you guys. So, for example, um, for the interior design and furnitures, like should people be able to design blueprints, for example, for the interiors and then sell them in the marketplace? That was one.
Yeah, and going a step ahead on that question, you guys would like to have like design your own furnitures, uh, perhaps even based on secondary careers, like designing how the coach inside the ship would look like, uh, the color of the mattress, of your your bed and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to hear insights on what type of customization would be the ones you guys are looking forward in terms of building your house inside your ship.
So I think the low hanging fruit interior design customizations that should be there, like with that would be pretty easy to implement, would be things like posters on the wall. Now whether or not that's a poster from Star Atlas or like maybe a picture you took in the showroom, I think that would be really cool. I think there should
Mhm.
also be some sort of like interior paint job as well. I don't now
Yeah.
that there might be something there that might not be doable because a thimble, for example, if you painted the inside of a thimble to be like light blue, it would kind of lose that thimble tone. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of theory crafting with you guys here. But then also I think a really cool one would to be customize your captain's chair. I think that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is true. And
So those are
I
some
saw
low hanging
the
fruits that I can think of right now.
yeah, we saw that picture of the pack light. I think it was the captain ship. And just the details are great, man. Like just
Hmm.
imagine. I think captain chairs could be a very profitable market in the future.
Yeah, you can see the captain's chair in the I think it's our pinned tweet on the main Star Atlas Twitter. It's about like halfway through the video if I remember correctly. If you guys haven't seen the captain's chair, it like kind of like spreads out for different models that are bigger. It's actually really cool. But there was like different colors there, and it's actually going to be really really cool. I love the captain's chairs, what they look like. So I think it would
Yeah,
be really awesome to like customize your captain's chair because that's kind of like that's your chair and you'll be sitting there a lot. So
for sure, for sure. I just posted the one from the pack light. Um, you
that
can
one
see
too.
the level of detail. You can see the
Ex-
level of detail. I want to
I think that
exactly.
customize that.
would be like too complicated. Also, I think a ship has his chair. Like you don't change the captain's chair on the Enterprise or something like that. I
Mm.
mean, I would not need that.
That's a
But
fair point.
Yeah, not
That's a
for
if
fair
it's
point.
everybody. Not for
possible,
everybody. These are just my thoughts.
but about the lights. So you said the light is not no possibility, because I think that would be kind of easy to implement. If you can change the color of the lights, you can turn your room blue or red or whatever you want.
Well, I was saying
That
like
should
the
be.
interior paint. Like it would feel weird, right? If you had like a thimble ship that's supposed to be like it's supposed to be that down and dirty. You've ravaged these parts from Earth, like stuff like that. And then you go into like if you go into a thimble ship and it's like the most pristine. It's white. It looks elegant. Like it would feel a little weird, right? So I don't know. I don't know if I would be down for something like that. And that's just like I said, just my own personal opinion. If you guys disagree, totally okay.
And
Um,
so, for example, if you this is again like we're just theory crafting together, but if you enable interior customization, but you want to keep certain vibes in certain manufacturers, how can you restrict that, like gameplay wise?
I think you can. I think restricting it would just depend on what you make customizable in your ship. That's why I was saying like the low hanging fruit, like hanging up posters. Maybe there's swappable modules as well in the inside as well. So like on the Packlight, for example, there's an arcade system where we play Illuvium on. There's a um, coffee thing as well. There's a couple things in the Packlight that could be swappable for other things. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying like they could be. So, and that wouldn't like ruin the vibe at all.
Yeah, you only change a few things, like the
Yeah,
chair.
exactly.
You changed some paintings and something else.
As you guys, of course, as everybody here knows, right? I mean, the whole shipskin market, or not shipskin, but skin market for traditional games, but also markets. There's plenty of games where you can just design the interior of your mansion, of whatever, and people pay money to buy additional stuff. I think if you would allow this, that could be a huge market, to be honest. There's plenty of people who just love to spend time within their ship in first or third person, invite people over, and I think the more you can support that, the better, for sure, because it can be an economy of its own. People can potentially create some cool stuff, official thimble backlight modifications for the interior or
Yeah.
whatever, and you can just apply that and go. I think something that would absolutely be super valuable.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like you kind of like have a designer who creates like their own setup for the backlight interior, and then you sell that interior. Yeah, no, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
that's the interesting thing, because a blueprint, if a blueprint is just like you should put your couch there and you should put your cupboard here and here your bed, then
Yeah.
what do I buy except like an idea of where to put stuff? So if the blueprint would come with that stuff, then of course it's more like I don't know, do-it-yourself build package or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool actually. Yeah, the blueprint, like you just said, like you put the couch here, you put the poster here. I feel like that's easily done by like YouTube. I feel like there'll be like YouTube videos like, oh, this is the best Thimble BYOS backlight interior design. Copy this setup, and then you can just watch the video and set it up. Like you don't even need a blueprint. But if
Yeah,
you like
exactly,
if you
yeah.
add it all into that blueprint, like you get like the couch and you get like the custom colors and things like that, then yeah,
Yeah,
I think that would be pretty cool.
a blueprint would also, of course, be cool because, right, perhaps I have like 10 pack lights and I would like them to all be exactly the same on the inside. So if I can just design one and somehow copy paste that to the rest, in that sense, like just a private blueprint. But I can imagine a system like that being beneficial there as well. And by the way, to your point, Don, if somebody would like to really go crazy on the inside of their backlight and make it super modern, flashy, white, whatever, if that would somehow cost them money or effort to do, because you need some really rare things to somehow upgrade the internals to look a lot more modern. I mean,
Yep.
it will probably be too much to ask, but that would actually be quite cool if you actually have to pay a bunch of Atlas to make that so, and that is what you want to do, then by all means. It's of course the idea that it's your ship, you can customize it, and if you spend the time and money, you can make it pretty cool on the inside, for example. Yeah, why not?
No, I see what you're
I-
saying there for sure. If it was like harder to do, like the more you stray away from the manufacturer's kind of design path, maybe the more expensive it becomes or something like that. But yeah, if everyone was just walking around with like a pristine kind of like elegant thimble pack light on the inside, it would just feel a little weird and against like that manufacturer. So I do see where you're coming from. Like I said, it was just my opinion. If other people think differently, I'm totally game.
Yeah, I
Also,
am.
something I forgot. Sorry, quick. I definitely need kill marks on my X4s or
Oh, we're getting there.
fighter
We're getting
ships.
there.
We're getting
on the
there as
agenda.
well.
Okay.
I want to add on what Frank Cracker just said now, and I'm totally on board with the idea that you can make whatever you want with your own ship. The thing
Now you're
that
getting-
No, I think that this is your ship, you do whatever you want, but there is a cost to that, right? And this is also something that we'll talk about. That to do that, to paint your ship, to modify it, to do whatever you want inside the ship, there will be a cost in terms of resources and perhaps even skill requirements to do that, to some of the modifications that you want to do inside the game. So, for example, if you want to create this crazy new tone of yellow, you need to find the right raw materials to create that thing, and you spend them as you paint the ship. And if you want to paint it all a capital size ship with that color, that will require lots and lots of resources, probably rare resources. So, yeah, go for it. Spend the Atlas, find the resources, get the economy running, and have your ship the way that you like. This is where my mind's at this topic.
Yeah, no, I agree. It should be customizable depending, like, if you have the resources, yeah, you should be able to customize your ship to how you want it to look like. I just think depending on the manufacturer, there should be like it should be harder or it should require more resources the farther away you get from that manufacturer's vision. But yeah, 100%, definitely agree
Yeah, and
with you guys there.
maybe for the blueprints that we were talking about, you sell like the whole package with the resources and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah, it could be like a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So you sell like this. This is going to be here. This is what we're adding, and all the resources as well. So you just go and buy it, if you don't want to put in the work for it. Yeah.
Oh man, we only have 18 minutes left.
Yeah, and I want to hop to the topic that ODBV was mentioning.
Oh my god, it's such a good one.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about this one. Because especially because of the chain and everything that can be stored in it, which is. So we were talking about like the ship's stories and ship's history as well. Stories and history. So, for example, it will be very cool, we think, to be able to name the ship. For example, name your ship. Um, give it some lore, like make it unique, make it your own. For it to have like you put it a name, and there's a story behind that ship that you built, and I don't know. I think that adds a lot to the customization. Just being able to do that and add it to the metadata for the ship or something like that.
Yeah, let me
What do
just
you guys
let me just
think?
add. Yeah, let me add to this before we move on to the rest of that one. So imagine you buy, let's just use a Pierce X4. You buy a Pierce X4 from Star Atlas, so it's a fresh ship. You name that ship and you give it a lore story. Like it was from the year 2570. It did this, it did that, X, Y, and Z. And then let's say you sold it, I don't know, a year later, and it still has that story, it still has that name, and you sold it. Someone bought that same ship that you named and gave a story, but they can't change it. I think it should not be changeable if you're buying it off secondary. That's my own opinion, open to what everyone else thinks. But I think it would be really freaking cool, and I think it would add to the economy too. Is if there was a ship that was named like, I don't know, the Pony Destroyer, or a ship that was named the Domination Bringer. I'm just giving like a shitty name and a
No
good
way,
name.
man.
What?
No
What?
way.
And I'm saying you would be like, okay, I don't want to buy that ship because I don't want to be named the Pony Destroyer. I want to be named Domination Bringer. You know, I was making a point. Let me make the point, man.
There are schools in the chat now, even though.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god. They spicy vessel.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it would be awesome if you like buy a ship off secondary, and if you buy it off secondary, the person who bought it before you already set the name, already set the story, and you can't change the story, but you can add on to it. I think that would be awesome.
Yes. I like this.
Yes, and it also
Love
adds
it.
value to the NFT itself. Like it's one thing we can't sleep on, which is, and it's going to the next topic, which is like kills and death ratio, um, also like stats on high risk zone kills and stuff like that. I think that would add like real in-game value. Millage, yeah, that would add kind of like value to the. Yeah, it adds value or reduces value. That is actually very true. So if you're not going to buy a ship with the 0.01 kill death ratio like Dom on Call of Duty, you don't want that.
Oh no way! I
Oh
just
my
want everyone to know
gosh.
that is the biggest lie Santi's ever told in his life.
Well, the truth is about stick. Yeah, that's a sticks kill death ratio in Call of Duty. I saw that myself. But yeah, like that could add value for sure. Like if it's the ship with the highest, like the most kills ever in the high risk zone. I'm just a speculator, not financial advice, but it will probably be worth more than just a regular ship, right? Imagine you call it the Black Pearl. You go to the high risk zone, you destroy 150 ships, and then you go to the market. Like that's a legendary ship right there. And it's kind of like also adding value to your in-game stuff because you did that yourself. And well, maybe you want a story, maybe you want to sell it. I don't know. You
And
get my point.
there's so
You
much
get my
other
point.
stuff. There's so many cool things that you can do with this as well. Like I gave this example before, but like, what if I don't know, Dwayne the Rock Johnson came into our game, bought a PSX4, went into the higher risk zone, and killed a ship. So you would buy a ship from Dwayne the Rock Johnson if he sold it, and it would be a ship named and storied by Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and he killed someone with that ship as well. That would be awesome, and that's a unique feature of the blockchain as well. I think that would be awesome.
True.
Just so you know, just one of those things where like there's story, there's history with the ship that you could possibly buy on the secondary marketplace, and I think that's something we should capture. Yeah, I saw someone talk about, if you buy it from secondary, I still want to be able to name my ship, and I think that's a good point. It's a good point.
Pay the
Uh,
Atlas. Pay the Atlas,
maybe there's like a fee to rechanging it, or maybe that's too much. I'm just kind of theory crafting out loud here. Maybe the owner of the ship, when they put it on secondary, can choose to like wipe the name and wipe the story. So, and maybe that brings up its perceived value. So, maybe there's ideas here. We'll see.
Yeah.
Just kind
Yeah,
of theory
guys, would
crafting
love
here.
your input. Yeah,
Yeah. Any
leave your
thoughts,
input on
guys?
the Brew chat, guys.
Yeah, or open your mic.
I mean, I think as far as like the history of it, I think that could be something that could be a whole market in and of itself, right? Like if your ship has is blacklisted because of whatever reason, right? You come see Sly, and we'll get that fixed up for you.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Do ships have bounties? That's interesting.
What if there's both? Porque no los dos here.
Oh my god.
You like that?
Yeah. You're getting there, bro.
Thanks.
We'll continue with the classes.
Thank you.
We'll
But no,
continue.
that'd be awesome though, right? Like you can set a bounty on a ship and you can set a bounty on a player. So like, what if you're on the marketplace, right? And you're in the market to buy a Calico Guardian, and you're looking through the market listings, and there's a ship that you can see on the marketplace that has like 4 bounties on it, and you're just like, God damn it, I'm not buying that one. I'm not trying to have 4 bounties just off the rip. I think that'd be kind of interesting too. I think all of these little factors add to the economy and adds reasoning to like, do I want to buy this ship, or do I want to get this ship, or do I want to get that one? So like, I think it also adds to like the same ship, like Pierce X Force, for example. Every single one that you could possibly buy is going to be different, which I think adds a lot of complexity to the game. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that as well. Any extra thoughts, guys? I think we have some more things to go through. But we can move from this topic if you want.
I love
if there's nothing else.
Man, there's a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot there to kind of digest. I think
it's-
it's pretty cool though. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think all that. Like, I'm a nerd for the stats of like my gameplay. Like, that's always what keeps me in a game. Just the stats. Just
Trying to
knowing what.
live the last ranks, right? Since it going from bronze to silver.
Just always, I'm always struggling with that. Like staying in bronze 6 months, then quitting the game. That's the vibe.
And before we move on to the next topic, I saw Bohemian say, "When buying ships, bounties should clear or reset." So I think that's a good point too. Like, how many things do we want to add complexity to? Like, do we want to add complexity to like buying a ship? Like that much complexity? Should there be bounties on a ship that you haven't even bought yet? So I think there is some validity there. Like I said, this is just theory crafting. None of this is like making it into game for sure. We have no idea. So we do give. I am taking notes though. So whatever you guys say, whatever your ideas are, whatever your thoughts are on the things that we're theory crafting, I'm giving to the team. So pay a fine
Yeah.
to clear a bounty.
There was
I mean,
one from Grist before that one though. He said maybe the crew is where the damage kills Mark live instead of the ship. Then a crew with deep skills ground up over years could be offered on the marketplace.
I'm gonna say this again, but porque no los dos, Santi. Like, I feel like if we if we add it all to the crew members, like the ship doesn't have stats anymore, and I feel like that's kind of whack. I want my ship
Yeah,
to have
that's whack.
stats.
Yes, porque no los dos, right?
Can we run that back, Dom? Can you repeat that?
Nah.
That was epic, man.
This
Big
is a
hug,
Spanish
dude.
test.
Big hug.
Thank you. I've been working on my Spanish. You know, I've been taking classes on the weekdays.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, but no, I would really like to see stats on ships more than I mean, I do want to see stats on crew members for sure. I think there should be stats on both. No, like just full stop. Like I think there should be stats on both. But I think someone made a good point with I don't want to have a bounty on my ship that I just bought, you know. So I don't know. You know, there's a lot of cool things to talk about here though.
Achievements for ships is something cool as well, but
Ooh,
shouldn't
yeah.
achievements be focused on players, perhaps? Otherwise, people will just buy the ship later.
You're gonna make me say
just
this
to
again,
show
man.
off.
Yeah.
Everyone,
No.
keep it steady.
No.
To be honest, I think if you could apply more stuff to ships than to players, it would at least add to the immersion, and it would also indeed increase the value of a certain ship, because that has been in the whatever conflict / war / something, and part of the history. I think that should increase the ship's value. So if you add to the player, it's nice as an achievement. If you add to the ship, it would actually do something with the value of the ship and thus for the economy. So, I mean, I know it's a lot more work, but that would be the super goal, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like when a ship travels 1,000 miles, you get like a badge or a painting that you can put on the ship, like for customizing it, kind of like flexing it. Same for the kills, same for everything. That would add value to the ship itself. I think.
Sure.
I don't know. I still want player stats though. I think ship stat. I think there should be both. I really do think there should be both. And I know that's a lot of work, and I don't know what they have planned for stats, but I think in a game that I would want to play, I would want there to be ship stats and my own player stats.
Yes. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. You know, I wasn't gonna say it the third time.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, we only have 5 minutes. I don't want to switch topics again just because we're not going to get enough time on the next topic. So let's freestyle it a little bit the last 5 minutes. Do you have something, guys? Jose, Dominic, anyone from the community that you would like to chat about regarding ships?
Man, let's see.
So what do you think of actually hooking the name of a ship up to a ship's transponder, which is a component that every ship has that you might be able to hack, remove, bypass, change somehow in some difficult way. A bit like the Expand series, for those who know that one. I mean, why does a ship have a name? It's just because it's like radioed to other ships that are in the vicinity. This is my name, this is my model, this is my make. Something like that could add even more options. But then again, of course, would also add a lot of complexity for the developers. But yeah.
And ships have AIs as well, right? So that's kind of their personality in some sense as well.
Very interesting. So you will be able to hack that, for example, maybe for someone and troll them.
Yeah, I mean, right? If you see those movies, you can like temporarily hack. You can add some hack that temporarily masks your name. You can turn it off, perhaps even, and that might, of course, alert every cop official in the vicinity. But if they are not there, then you just fly anonymously, which is also a red flag, clearly. But perhaps you can temporarily override it, or you can even exchange your transponder on a black market with a different one, and not just your ship name, but perhaps even your ship model are at least broadcasted differently. And only when you get in a closer vicinity, your radar will pick up that it's actually a different model ship, even though it was the transponder sent out a different model originally over a longer distance. For example, you can do a whole bunch of interesting things here.
Yeah, man, this is super fun. I love this.
Yeah, yeah. But how important? I see a lot of conversation about the ship AI. How important is it for you guys? Very important, not important at all for the ship to have like AI integrated, like a voice or a personality or something like that. That would be nice. And for how like AI technology is improving, maybe it's even doable. Oh, they say it's a must. Interesting.
I can imagine, right? I mean, at the end of this year, there will probably be something like that. Like perhaps people can already have an account somewhere, like what is it, Alexis, Siri, that kind of stuff. But then on the level of a Chat GPT, if there's like a third party that offers that and it could somehow be integrated to become the ship's AI, I mean, right? I would not ask the team to build that, but if it can somehow be integrated and perhaps there's some kind of template where that AI gets taught that it is actually a spaceship flying in space and some Stratos lore, I mean, that would be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't
Man.
want the rooster recruiting my ship.
Oh,
Oh
on.
my god.
Oh my gosh!
Who
Yeah, you
said
know what?
that?
Screw oosters. I'm right there with
Who
you.
said
Whoever
that?
said that. I think that
I,
was Groove.
That's Groove.
Screw
I was
oosters.
about the AI. I also
Oni
was
for
feeling
life.
like there should
So
be
on
an
their
AI
account.
module or something on the ships as well, like the board computer or something, you know. So like you should be you that you can upgrade your AI on the ship so it fights better. Because like most of us have like dozens or hundreds of ships, you know. So like to improve the AI, like actually doing stuff on their own, maybe would be cool. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is cool.
And it could be even be possible to give it like you give the AI the personality you want it to have. Like that's doable with ChatGPT, I guess.
Yes.
It still needs to evolve since someone was saying in the chat that now like doing that at scale with ChatGPT could be a bit expensive, but just
No, but
personalizing.
that's
Yeah.
why, right? There will be a service and everybody can buy that themselves or not, right? But yeah, it's super hardware intensive, so you cannot expect the team to just facilitate that. It cannot be as decentralized as other parts of the game. So, but if you have it, if they can collaborate, and you just have an account somewhere and you can hook it up, I mean, that would be pretty
I'm
potentially lower hanging
I thought
fruit.
yeah on stuff like what's the like you know Knight Rider or the latest the space game like you talk to your watch or phone and say hey Opel
Kit.
Chat come here or something, yeah, you know, like, and the car has like comes to you and stuff like that, like remotely, and do things on their own, like flying around on their own within good AI, and you can talk it and give it tasks and stuff.
Yeah.
My god, this is the dream.
Yeah, I think we will need a brew on how to what use cases could
The
AI
AI
have in
in
Star
Star
Atlas.
Atlas. Yeah, we need this, bro.
For sure. For sure, for sure. So yeah guys, we're at the hour. Jose, Dom, anything you want to add?
No,
No,
man.
this was a super rich topic, and I seriously mean it when I say that there's so much that we could talk about with this. We didn't even get to like the exterior kind of skins that could potentially happen with ships. So there's a lot of things to talk about with customizing your ship. What exactly should be customizable? Should this be customizable? Should that be customizable? A lot of good discussion today. I took notes on everything. I'm going to be sending it to the team. So appreciate everyone's input today. It was a really good discussion. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.
Yes, Jose?
Yeah, guys, this was super fun. I'm looking forward to talk about AI later. And yeah, thank you for this awesome conversation. Looking forward for our next brew.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, thank you. This was the Atlas Brew number 55. We talked about the ships and ship customization and everything that has to do with it. We'll see each other again next week, guys. Same time next week. So see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.
Thanks, folks.
See you
Ciao, ciao.
guys. Ciao.